Hey everybody, welcome to part 3 of my Planet 28 Escape from Lychester 7 battle reports. This is the final escape actually itself. We've managed to rescue the planetary governor. Inquisitor Nox and his bounty hunter Andoon are now reunited with Osmond, or the pilot who was like beat up and crippled at the very beginning. The security forces return him to them, and they make their way to the Corvus Blackstar to try and get away. So show the table. The planetary rebellion is in full swing right now. There's mutants everywhere. Bad guys swarming in. We'll show you the warband and we'll get this underway. Here we are set up for the final mission, Escape from Lychester 7, which is the sort of third act of this 3-act mini-campaign. So after everything you've been through, you decide in future to stick to your no distress calls policy, even though you're an Imperial Inquisitor. Before you can beat yourself up, you gotta get back to your ship. You soon find your way to an empty landing pad, and after a bit of back and forth, you manage to call in a shuttle. Unfortunately for you, the slums are full of mutants and rebels, both of whom would really quite like that shuttle. You must have at least 50% of your warband and the Overlord if you found him on the landing pad when the shuttle arrives. Your warband deploys within 10 centimeters of this entryway. And then each turn after the first, place D4 mutants on the point marked A and D4 rebels on the point marked B. So guys just come flying in. The game lasts as long as it takes for a player character to reach the landing pad, plus the number of turns laid out on the campaign chart. If you complete the objective of the scenario, you successfully escape from Lychester 7. So we have to remain there for D4 turns after the Overlord gets there. As the Overlord behaves in the same way as last game, everyone tries to attack him if they can. He stays in base contact with the model I deploy him with. Doing pretty great. Inquisitor Absalom is now Fight 7, Shoot 7, Agility 6, and we've up to Shoot 5 on Fetch. Poor Osmond didn't do great the last game. He still got 15 campaign points because he sat out the previous for being beat up by a bunch of evil, I guess, like, citizens. Entering through this entryway, we'll deploy our warband. We'll have, of course, the Inquisitor and Fetch Andoon, the Bounty Hunter, run interference, while Osmond escorts the governor to safety. We're gonna get up to this landing pad, and if we make it there, it's D4 turns after the governor makes it there, that the shuttle will arrive and escape from Lychester 7 will finally happen. It doesn't matter, because we're just going first right now, starting with the Inquisitor. He is Agility 6 now, actually. So he's just gonna move, and head up 8, heading towards the exit. Fetch doing much the same. He gets 2d6 to his movement. So an extra 3 centimeters, which basically just means he's going to move 9 total, and he'll just be in behind this right here. Osmond also running up, and the governor in base to base. For the turn now, D4 bad guys arrive, so this doorway opens, and this one's going to be mutants, I believe. Workers start showing up, 2 of them. They arrive here on turn 2, and then on the other side, workers. Just 1 in this door over here. For the rebels, it's going to be 3, which means everyone's going first. So we'll have Absalom go first. He's just going to head up 8, running to here. Fetch is going to take a shot, I think, first. Actually, you have to move to do that, so he'll go an extra D6, extra 4 centimeters. So he can move roughly 5. I'll just go to the edge here so you can still see. In cover. Plug a mutant, he's shooting 5 now, and he hits. D8 with his laser rifle, that's 8 damage. D4 minus 1 gets blocked, so that's going to be 2 goes to 1. He gets plugged down to 13 left of its 20. Going to do much the same with Osmond. He's going to take a shot at the other one over here with his heavy rifle. 5 or less, and misses completely, and then he'll just walk with his next one, because he's escorting the Overlord. Come on, Governor. He's in line of sight, so these mutants head forward. Quite within 12, so he's going to run forward as well. Try and get to the Inquisitor. New turn, more bad guys arrive. So that's going to be 2 more mutants over here. And workers, another 3 workers. Arrive on this door. Getting sporty, we need to get to the pad as fast as we can. So what's the initiative on the rebels? 3, so everyone's going first again. That means Absalom's going to go. He's going to lead them off and go 6, and then 3. Maybe 2 inches in the air here, not quite on board. Actually, he might as well just move with his first, now because they'll charge him otherwise. Fetch is going to move. He gets extra 6, which means he gets to move 4 plus 2, because 5 is 2, plus a centimeter. So, he had 6 and a bit. Plug this guy. Less. Hits, 2d8 damage. He's got 13 left, 8 more. So 13 down 8. He blocks d4 minus 1. So that's going to be 1. So he gets 7 more. He's got 6 remaining. Have to make a morale test. He's wounded. So 6 or less he passes. Nope, he's going to run. And he'll make his first move 4 inches back towards the nearest table edge, which is that way. He goes, we got to get the governor over here. So we're not going to bother shooting this turn. They're in cover. It's bad, guys. This guy's immediately going to try and shoot the governor. If he's in range, he hits with his first shot. It's d6 damage, 2, d6 armor for being in cover. Blocks it all. Second shot, hits as well, d6 damage, does 3, and the cover blocks it. Heads towards fetch, but doesn't quite make it. Ends up here. He's gonna try and pass a morale. He fails, and he moves again towards the table edge, and runs off. You guys start heading towards the far table edge, which means they just run across the board. It's have line of fire, so they all come peeling towards. Now, it's gonna be a straight up firing squad if we don't go before these guys. New turn, so over here, more mutants. 4 of them this time. Uh-oh. Running out of models. And on this side, 4 workers. Almost out of models entirely. As the bulk of the bad guys show up. Their initiative is going to be 10, so they all go first. Sweet. It's going to put 4 guys shooting the, the governor twice. So the first guy hits once, does d6 damage. 1, and cover will just block that. The second guy shoots twice and hits not at all. The third guy hits once for 4 damage, of which 3 is blocked, so he'll take a wound now. He's down to 9. Last guy hits twice, d6, 2, which is all blocked, and then 2, of which 1 is blocked. He's down to 8. Oh no! The city's going to charge fetch. Like 10 right now, and hits. He gets d6 plus 3 damage. 6, and he's poisoned unless his armor blocks this. d10 plus 3. No, 4, 2, he's going to be poisoned for d8 turns. 8 turns! Oh, Fetch is just poisoned forever. Do an ambulance, buddy, so you don't die. These 2 run forward, but don't quite make it. These guys all run forward, but don't quite make it, so they'll end up just around the corner here. And we really need to get on this shuttle. Fetch catches the mutant plague. He's been infected. These guys all come lining up in behind. There you go. Inquisitor Absalom's up in the gantry here, so he's just going to walk to the edge. And he's going to fire a pistol. Pistol in the open. Hits with 7, because he just shoots 7 now. And plus 2. Does 8 damage. D6 minus 2. 2 gets saved, so down 6 to 9. Then goes. It'll be 2 to the edge, 2 in the air, and then 2 and 2 over. He'll take up positions on the gantry with the governor in behind. Fetch is breaking off. He doesn't like being wounded. He gets 2 extra centimeters, which means he's basically going 5 inches. So 3 and then 2 in the... Oh, sorry, it's halved, so 2.5. He'll make it to the edge here, but he gets a free strike against him. Hit on a 7. It does. D6 plus 3, so that's going to be 5 damage. Plus 3, 6 blocked, so no more additional damage there. Second move, he's going to go plus 5, so he's going to go 6 inches. So 3 in the air and then 3 back. And just be ready to rock. How many turns do we have to survive for? 3 turns. Countdown dice is on. 3 turns more we have to survive. We've maxed out our adversaries. They're just swarming everywhere. Mutant can appear because I have 1 model, but other than that, we're maximum bad guys. Be 2, and then over there, 1. Damage does Fetch take? 1 more damage, so he's down to 17. The bad guy initiative, 6. So the Inquisitor is going first. Well, Absalom's just gonna stand and hold the door. I'll know that that's what Inquisitors do. He'll fire his heavy pistol back at this guy, still within 10. And it's 2 pick the best. Crits for double damage. So D10 plus 2 doubled. 18, this is my house roll, by the way. Otherwise, if these guys can't crit, there's literally no way for them to hurt him. It's gonna be 20 damage, of which, how much is blocked? 2, 18, he'll just die. Cycle him right back over here for the people that came on. I'll fight him 1 at a time on the ladder. So 3 and 1, and then up. This guy charges up the ladder to get to Absalom. E3, so plus 3, or yeah, plus 4. So he hits, and then it's D6 plus 3 damage. He has to max out 8. He could, if I roll Snake Eyes, do some damage. No. Armor is 2d10 plus 5, which is almost impossible to hurt. Ones are climbing up behind. We'll just see if we can hook them on here. Can I hook you on with your hammer? No, not quite. But they're right in behind, basically, in base contact. These guys are coming around the corner, though. So 3, 3, and 2. Heading up here. Heading up here. I had to make sure there was multiple ways in, otherwise I figured this was going to happen. And he's at the top. This guy will come around 8. Just move up and start shooting. So moves to the edge. Take a shot into, I guess, odds on a 5. Misses. The next one's going to do much the same. Misses. These guys are going to double move because they won't be in range from their first move. And just all try and get into range. Now with pistols. And then this guy will move as well. It's kind of an Alamo position we're in here now. So I think we go with Osmond next. He's just going to move and fall back so the governor is protected. As the Inquisitor yells, protect the governor. She'll back up. He's going to go an extra 5 centimeters. So he gets to go 6 inches this turn. To here. He'll take a shot into that bad guy. Plus, crits, double damage. That's 20. Does any get blocked? None. He just headshots him in one go. Good job, Fetch. Never turn into a mutant. I'll never turn into one of you. Now 2 turns remaining on the countdown clock. Initiative for the rebels. 1. All right, they're going after everybody now. So the Inquisitor, he'll go first. Try and slay this guy. He hits. It's 2d6 damage. He hits him for 5. d6 minus 2. So 2 of it. Takes 3. Got 12 left. And then he'll take another swing, because why not? Hits with a 7. And does another 8 damage, of which 4 is blocked, so 4 more. We'll put him down to 8 left. That does almost half health him. That the break test, though. He's gonna go. Keep trying to kill mutants. First shot, misses. Second shot, misses. Then Osmond, try and shoot a mutant as well. On a 5. Hits, 12 plus 6 damage. 10 damage. And doesn't block any, so he's down to 5. Break test. He fails, and he'll immediately run away. 4. Ah! Successful, so he'll try another shot into another mutant and get a hit. 12 plus a bunch. 14. Get blocked. 1 does, so 13. He's got 2 left, which is good, because if he had 1 left, he couldn't break, and he runs. And these guys will have to keep making tests now. We're scaring him off with bullets. Bad guy time. Okay, well, these guys are going to have to climb to get over the top. The first one passes and climbs, so he'll just get over to here. And then the other one also passes and climbs. So he's going to end up over here. Sorry, they have to make an agility test to do it. The first one fails. The second one fails. They actually both fall. So they're going to fall 3. That'd be 7.5. So 8 probably they'd fall centimeters. So 3 damage each at the bottom. Climb off the ladder to get over to get to the Inquisitor. Next closest, he's just going to come up as 4 and then have to make a climb test as well. Does he pass? I think he does. You get the charge in, get into melee. And then his combat goes up to 8, 9, and hits. He does 2d4. I don't think he's going to be able to hurt him, but he could try. That's 7, 8. He could actually hurt him if I roll Snake Eyes. No. It's pretty much the same thing. He'll have to climb. Does he want to? Yes, he does. And then agility test. He'll fail, so he'll fall down and take 3. You guys have 17 left because they start with 20. He has 12. The next one will go 4 and then just climb. And then these guys are just going to mill about, also going 4 and climbing up the ladder. Because they can't shoot in combat. This mutant breaks out and heads over 8 and makes the charge with his second action into the Inquisitor. And gets plus D4 to his charge. Plus 1. So 8 or less. Misses. 1 turn remains. Oh, sorry, and this guy charges up 3. So he's going to go 5 and then 3 up and just be at the top of the ladder. These guys got to make break tests. So him on a 5 or less, he passes. So he actually moves forward. And then he doesn't have to make any more break tests. This guy on a 2 or less, he fails. So he's going to go 2. And then does he want to climb down? He does not. So he actually doubles back. And he goes this way, and then he doubles back and goes the opposite direction. And then break test again. He fails. And so he goes this way. Does he want to climb? He does. So does he make his agility test? He does not. So he actually falls 3 inches, takes his last 2 health and dies. Then it's 1 turn remaining. This is the last turn, basically. These guys both appear over here. More citizenry to appear. And what is the initiative for the mob? It's going 4. So do the heroes get to go first? So Osman rolls a 7, Fetch rolls a 4, and the bad guys roll a 7. So the bad guys and Osman roll off. And the Osman wins this time. Going first. Well, Inquisitor, hit that wounded guy. See if you can get him to flee so you can backstrike him to death. Hit your power blade. You hit, do 2d6 damage, do 3. 1 gets blocked for 2. Does it wound him? He's down to 6, so yes. So he has to make a morale. 6 or less. Fails. So free strike against him now, which hits for 4. He blocks all 4 of it and just decides to throw himself down here and climb down. Max morale. So I guess you'll hit that other regular guy, and you hit him for 2d6. Just nothing. Well, I guess we'll have... Oh wait, how much damage does the Bounty Hunter take? 2. He's down to 15 left. Shot into the wounded mutant and miss, and then try again and hit for 2d8 damage. He has 5 left. 14. Yeah, that's blocking 1. He'll be dead. So we'll take 2 shots, 5 or less. Misses. And misses. Scared, waiting for this plane. The hole made, though, these guys are going to start climbing up, but starting with the guys in melee. The big mutant hits, and it's d6 plus 3. He does 6 damage, doesn't hurt him. Second attack hits. Not enough to actually hurt him. The citizen hits. Sorry, it's 2d4 plus 1. It's going to be 7, still not enough to hurt him. And then the second one, they really need to crit here. Nope. Can't hurt him with a 7 either. 6 damage. He needs to get to at least 7 to hurt him. But then charging this first mutant that fell down was a hit. And then he's got d6 plus 3. 9 might hurt him. He rolls double snakes. No, he blocks 25 points of damage and just laughs. Inquisitor, the second attack hits him as well because it's 7 or less. Whoops, it's d6 plus 3 though. 6 damage, can't hurt him. This one that'll make it in. Gets his charge bonus plus 2, and that'll be 9 damage if he hits. He does. Damage, blocking 14 of it, so he's fine. Final attack, and the rest of these mutants can't really make it. Hit, and then it's d6 plus 3, 8. Blocking 2d10 plus 5. Blocks 18 of it. The Imperial shuttle arrives, the Chorus Black Star lands, everyone boards. The Inquisitor takes a bunch of free strikes, but basically just laughs, and they get Fetch to a medical table to get the poison out of him. Exorcist to try and get the Gellerpox out of him. Here we go, we have successfully escaped from Lychester 7. 6 points for surviving, 7 for not taking any damage at the end of the game for Inquisitor Absalom for his campaign points. And then 10, 12, 26, 27, 28 for Fetch. 19 with the survival bonus for Osman. I got my 10 bonus points, I can round everybody up. So 10 for Nox, 30 for Fetch, and 20 for Osman. Osman's going to buy a shooting upgrade to 6. And then Fetch, I think, is going to upgrade his shooting as well to 6. Of course, the greatest benefit of all now is Osmond and Fetch and Inquisitor Absalom Nox have a planetary governor in their debt. And who knows, for a radical Inquisitor hungering for more alien technology, what that could mean in the future. And so you have at the end of the Planet 28 campaign, with Inquisitor Absalom Nox making it off planet with the governor, and everybody living happily ever after, except for, of course, the entire population of Lychester 7, who probably died from the Gellerpox plague or the orbital bombardment the Inquisition then sanctions the planet with. So, yeah, it's never good to be on an Imperial planet when things go terribly wrong and zombies start appearing, or plague zombies, or whatever these Gellerpox actually are. Yeah, I look forward to checking out Brutal Quest, which is the fantasy version of Planet 28 in the future by the same author. And of course, if you want to check this out, you can check the link below to download the rules. And I look forward to playing more of these micro campaigns in the future. Until then, I'm Ash. Have a great day. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to support the channel, of course, like and subscribe and hit the little bell below to get notifications when I post future content. I do post stuff 7 days a week. If you want to support the channel further, you can, of course, buy a t-shirt through Spreadshirt, buy a measuring gauge or objective markers from Death Ray Designs, or, of course, most importantly, there is Patreon. Patreon is what makes all this possible, keeps the lights on, pays for the studio costs, pays for the equipment, model costs, and everything else, and most importantly, puts food in my kids' bellies and a roof over their heads. Big thanks to everyone past, future, who supported me. I do this stuff because of you guys, and of course I will continue doing it as long as I can.